Yes, go to the bell and switch it and shit.
He's keeping alive. He's keeping alive right here in fucking Minneapolis and Minnesota.
What up, motherfuckers?
What's up?
Kick his ass!
Episode 115 of Real as Fuck TV coming right at you. Oh yeah.
Kick his ass!
Whiners.
Kick his ass!
The short version for all you whiners. What up, Chester?
Kick his ass!
True, 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 motherfuckers.
Kick his ass!
Kick his motherfucking ass. Kick that fat fucking ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kick his ass!
You had to run up, buy more tubes. I ran out. Fucking had to run up there to get some.
100 plus episodes of Real as Fuck TV.
At least they had them.
Kick his ass!
Yeah.
All right, kick his ass.
Much shorter. You're welcome.
Real as Fuck TV, episode 115 coming at you. We're live and rolling. We got the shortest intro in the community. By far the shortest.
It is a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Or could it be better?
Kick his ass!
Oh.
I think me and you have to work on it. You know what I mean? Add both our little shit to it. I mean, I think it's good, but
Right?
Kick his ass!
Real as fuck TV, yeah, we're on every night, Tuesday night at 6.
Every day.
Every night at 6, baby. Episode 115, coming at you. Taping the 42 feet below ground in the Legends Lounge.
We were on last night, though.
we're on. You just don't know when we're gonna come on. We got the Real as Fuck.
Kick his ass!
We got the Redneck Experience
No. The Bullfrog Experience.
and the Bullfrog Experience. Only on Real as Fuck TV.
The Redneck Show.
The Redneck Show,
Yeah.
Bullfrog Experience, Real as Fuck TV. Only on Real as Fuck TV.
True, true, true. Kings of Minnesota. MN Vikings fan talks that talk. Minnesota Silver Roll talks. Is that all of them?
I think so.
Is that about a 10-pack?
It's about a 10-pack.
Something like that, right? Give or take.
Fuck yeah. Hey. Well, thanks a lot, Fest Love.
All right, Rose wants to come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real as Fuck TV, the one and only, the great Dave Rose.
Thank you. What the hell is going on in the background there?
Well, we still got a little bit of that.
Our intro.
There's a few minutes left. It's almost done. You hear it?
He's like, fuck, I'll call back.
It literally sounds like you're in the middle of a home renovation.
I know.
I think I got a fucking...
Like, I can literally imagine people fucking working on drywall and installing studs.
Hey, Matt, get back to work, you fucking lazy mongoloid.
Why do you have to make your intro so long?
Because we like to hold the record with the 11-minute intro in the community.
Well, it's destroying your reputation.
Well, there's only a couple minutes left. So.
I mean, YR is fucking already pushing it with his 1 minute C1 intro.
Well, that's different.
Dude, like, seriously, if you want to have me on, like, it better be, you know, not while you're doing the intro, because this is like...
Fuck you then.
What, you don't like that, Dave?
I don't like repetition or, you know, anything that goes on for too long.
All right, well, in the future, we'll know, like, we'll wait till we're done with the intro before we bring you in.
Well, hey, can I finish my little intro, my little end part here?
Do you want to hear me to put it back? Can I put it back on?
No, well, I'm talking about my little music.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Real as fuck, real as fuck, real as fuck TV, yeah. Real as fuck TV. Every Thursday night at 6 p.m., yeah, Central Time, yeah. Check us out and see Real as Fuck TV, yeah. If you don't get notified real fast, hit the notification bell and you'll get it now. Real as fuck TV, yeah. Real as fuck TV. If you're looking for a hot time, come on back over to Real as fuck TV. Alright, that's it. I need to write down the shit, but you know.
Were you actually playing the guitar?
Yeah, that's me playing the guitar.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's probably better than my singing, but...
Well, yeah, most definitely. There's no question.
Yeah, it's a song I made up. I call it the Boogie Woogie, but, you know, I don't really have no words to it, you know, no real words
Think of
to
it this way. You could always have, like, a commercial break or something where you're just playing the guitar. Or, you know, on one of your longer streams or something, it's a segment.
Yeah.
Right? You just play the music. You don't have to sing or anything, and just... or maybe, I don't know, you find a good singer and he sings along with you and you guys make a thing about it on the fucking show. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
But, you know, that was I like that. That was nice, relaxing, you know, guitar, you know, and just made me think about just like sitting under a tree, you know, in summer next to a creek, just relaxing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, when I was taking guitar lessons in Colorado, I mean, I've been playing guitar my whole life, you know, but I took some lessons, you know, to try getting a little better. And my instructor, he told me to go and make up a song, you know what I mean, and then come back in the week. And I kind of made it up, and then he kind of showed me a few different things to add to it, you know. And then he was like, "Damn, that's really good. You know, we should, you know, go in front of a, you know, audience. You know what I mean?" You know, so I was like, I was scared kind of. I was like, oh, I don't know. And they kept pushing me, so we went to this one bar where they had stand-up where you could play guitar and sing and crap. And we just both played that. We played that song, and everyone liked it. I mean, you know, because he was like, it's a, you know, He said had a pretty good rhythm to it and stuff. And yeah, so that was like my, you know, it was kind of fun. I was scared, so I probably was fucking up a lot. You know what I mean? But oh yeah.
So what have you gentlemen been up to as of late?
Well, we were streaming last night.
I heard.
We did the Bullfrog Experience episode 1 over here. Did you hear that at all?
No, I did not.
The ending was rather interesting, huh, Silver Roll?
Yeah.
You might enjoy like the last 10 minutes.
What happened?
Bullfrog had to go to bed early.
See, I just hear that whooshing sound again. It just popped back on.
I do hear it a little bit.
I don't hear any.
I thought I had it fixed.
You don't. Rose says he doesn't hear it though. Only me and you hear it.
Yeah, I added a new chord to my my voice changer because I thought that was a problem and I quit doing it, but now it's doing it again. So I don't know. Yeah, it's like a real quiet little like.
Like it was almost like when we were doing episode 100 and the wind was blowing. Kind of like that, right?
Yeah, can you hear it over on your end?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like we got the wind blowing, but.
Well, I'm not hearing it.
Well, that's good. I mean, maybe it's not coming on the recording side.
It's all, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 115 with your host, MN Vikings fan, and your co-host, Minnesota Silver Roll Hunter.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And of course, we got the great Dave Rose in here, who's
thank you.
Who's damn near an honorary co-host of Real as Fuck TV.
I'm special guest, you know.
Yeah,
featuring special guest.
I don't know about that because you've been on a lot. You've been on a lot, dude. Honestly, when you think about it.
No, but that can be a contributor, but not a host, because you guys are the ones at the studio, know what's going on, able to run the show, are taking calls and stuff. So obviously that is host material. But again. You're going to have all these things where,
I would say,
special
Dave,
guest.
Hey, Dave, I would say you've been on at least a fifth of the episodes.
No, I wouldn't say that, man.
I would.
You just haven't done, this show. You've done, all other types of episodes and stuff, and I don't think I've been anywhere. Because it's been more than 115 episodes that you've done. You've probably done in the maybe 250s or something.
Well, no, I'm total on the channel, probably only about 150. Right, Silver Roll?
Oh
yeah.
I don't know, man.
We've done
other episodes.
The only one that the Kings of Minnesota is just like me and Silver Roll on different episodes, and then they're like just uploaded over there, like all the different shows we've been on. And there's like 15 episodes of that one, but like the majority of them only got 3 episodes. Except for Real as Fuck TV has 100. This is 115. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I just we've been doing shows about a year and 9 months. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We started January 10th, 2019. Was the first episode of Real as Fuck TV. I don't know if you knew that, Rose, or not.
I guess not.
But and that's but the whole thing is too. We got hundreds more to do.
Hey, Minnesota.
Well,
should we remember what we're talking about? We're thinking about doing.
Which one?
With Dave? Should we see? Hey, Dave, do you got a P.O. box?
I do not.
Oh. Well, that's a bummer.
We wanted to send you some stuff, Dave.
Yeah, I got a two mic mixer. And I got a mic and cord and stuff like that, and I got the power 24 volt Phantom power. All you need to get would be an interface, and then you'd be all ready to, do your own show. You know,
When you say interface, what are you referring to? What kind of hardware? A computer or?
No, the one that hooks from the mixer to the computer. It goes from the mixer to the computer, the interface. It's called an audio interface that you need to get.
So it's a device.
Yeah. Yep.
Oof. I'm clueless about that because what I've seen is that there's you've got mixers that have a USB connection that goes to your computer, and then from there, it'll process it properly, and you can plug an XLR mic into the fucking mixer, and it'll translate properly, but it doesn't need a tertiary device.
Well, yeah, see, the one we have that we use has USB plug-in in it. This is the first one I bought that didn't have a USB plug-in on it. And I only used it a few times, to play my guitar and sing and stuff like karaoke and crap, But it didn't work with what I wanted. And I was like, well, I just have it sitting here, But the audio interface is anywhere from $30 to $70 or something like that. And then all you do is you plug a RCA, a left and right, into your mixer, and then you just plug the USB into the computer, and then it's like a plug and play.
It'll run it.
I appreciate the offer, but it sounds complicated to me. I'm not knowledgeable in that sort of thing, and it's just, it just doesn't seem worthwhile especially with the shipping. Because that would be a lot of money, and then there's the problem about anything that goes into Canada that's sent.
Well,
personal is considered taxable unless you claim it's a gift and stuff. No, I appreciate it though, but
we had a possible idea with that though too, with how to raise the shipping money and shit, right, Silverroll?
Yeah, we're thinking about donations.
If we got some donations
for
we'll
shipping,
we'll ship it to you.
Dude, I appreciate it, but it's just not worth it, especially since it's older and doesn't have the USB connection. The new stuff keeps coming lower in price, and they already comes with the USB connection or the new ones and stuff. So I appreciate it, but
Well, yeah, this ain't an older one; it's a newer one, but it just doesn't have the USB interface. It was made for what do you call it? I can't even think. No, I
have no idea because I'm not knowledgeable in this sort of stuff.
Van Halen,
audio, not audio. Fuck, I forgot. Oh, anyways, yeah, okay. Well, I just thought, I thought it would help you out, but that's cool,
We were just thinking about it, Rose. We were just kicking the idea around. That's all.
Well, I appreciate it, but it doesn't seem like it'd be worthwhile or work out, So.
All right.
Well, we try. Either way, buddy. You know what I'm saying, Rose?
Maybe we'll have a thing where we'll have a giveaway or something.
We'll figure something out.
But isn't it always good to at least have a backup for you guys? Because can't you if you need something just in case, something goes wrong with your main one?
Well, yeah, but it only has a 2 mic plug-in on it, and the one I'm using right now has 12. So yeah, it wouldn't be, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We got 8 things plugged into it right now, and yeah, we need at least an
8 channel,
8 input,
8 channel or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah, because you figure we have 2 computers and we have the 2 mics, and then we have my my voice changer in there, and then we have another mic set up for if we have guests here, and then we have another mic where we could have it. Then we have the 2 that we use for the output for outside when we had it, so we have it all rigged. So if we want to go outside, we just plug in them long cords, and go outside.
Yeah.
A lot of shit, you know what I mean? A lot of shit to make this thing go down, that's for sure.
Well, it's not, it's like you learn one thing at a time, when you're doing it. I didn't know shit until I started doing it, and you just slowly learn a little piece at a time, and then, then it gets
Rocking and rolling, baby.
It gets rocking and rolling.
But so how's Dave doing? Good? How's the weather up there? Is it are the leaves starting to change and shit yet, or?
Not yet from where I am, but it's gonna just a little bit more further north. They are starting to change, so it's about I'm gonna start to see it fairly soon where I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the weather got a little warmer recently, and it's gonna stay like that for the next few days, and then it's gonna drop down to more average fall temperatures. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, I figured you're a little more north than we are, so I thought you'd see color changes before we'd see them.
Yep.
Yeah, it is fall. It is fall time. That time of the fucking year, unfortunately.
Well, the first day of autumn, I believe, was on Tuesday at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I'm also saying that from memory, so I might be off by a few minutes.
Just a few.
A few seconds. No.
It's kind of not. So we ain't got no redneck or no bullfrog on here.
Well, thank God about the redneck thing, because my God, man, my God,
You can't handle it.
it's too much, man. It's way too much. Like, 'cause bullfrog at least does pay a little bit more attention, but redneck is so fucking deaf, he doesn't even know what the fuck's going on.
Well,
And then he gets mad. He gets mad that people fucking call him out on it. It's like, look, it's not my fault you're deaf, okay? You've got several options. You can, like, put a headset in that, like, and then increase the volume on your computer. You could get a hearing aid. You could try to pay more attention. I don't know, man, but I think the laughing at the end of every statement he makes, it sort of gives a clue into his mindset. Maybe, I don't know, he's a farmer and stuff. Maybe he got hit really hard in the head by a horse and he doesn't remember.
Well, he actually got ran over by a truck.
yep.
Well, maybe that's where it's coming from, because honestly, like, saying something and then laughing after every statement and, like, not seeing what people are talking about is, fairly concerning.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's not just annoying. It's just like, wow, is this guy, like, brain dead or something? Like, what's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, the great redneck guy. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Would that be like the perfect setup?
Whoa, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, it'd be like, well, why are you talking shit about me?
Fuck, last night, man, he was going around. He was so drunk by the time we got off the air.
I think he kind of almost passed out.
Yeah, I think he almost passed out.
And how did, what's it called? Bullfrog interact with him? Were they both just not listening to each other?
That's why I said, dude, you should have... Bullfrog left. I forgot about that part. Bullfrog didn't leave not only did he leave once, but he left twice. And the first time he left, it was because of Redneck, remember, Silverall?
Oh, yeah.
Because fucking Redneck was talking over fucking Bullfrog, and Bullfrog had enough. That's why I kind of would eventually like to get Bullfrog out here, because it was funny. Wasn't it, Silverall?
Yeah.
Isn't that something, Dave? Bullfrog and Redneck can't get along? Ain't that something? That's
sounds funny. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. But, I mean, I can see why, because they're both fucking vying for last place.
They're vying for last fucked up. Yeah, dude. And like I said, the fucking Bullfrog left the second time. Why did he leave? Oh, because of Kev. I think fucking because motherfucking LaBarber fucking got him on here. I think Keith was getting people in here he wasn't supposed to. I added like Bex and Big Bad Ads. I did that. And Redneck wanted to come on, and remember what we had to do last week with Redneck, Silverall?
Yeah, we had to spank him.
We should have did that again last night, huh?
Yeah.
Seems like old Redneck's getting a little out of hand there. You might have to
that's an
reel him in
understatement.
there before things get out of hand.
Yeah, he was supposed to come over this weekend and help us do some work in the Legends Lounge, and
He didn't.
He didn't, and he said because his truck ran his phone over, and he didn't want to go on the road without a phone. And then now he said he's going to come over Sunday or Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
So Grandma's scared to need to find a payphone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there ain't really many payphones around anymore.
Them don't even exist.
Or maybe ask a store clerk, hey, can I use your phone maybe?
Yeah.
But come on. I don't want to go on the road because I don't have a phone. I mean, what if I stop at a red light and a homeless guy asks me for change? What do I do?
He's got to rent a phone, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so he said when he comes on, I mean, we're gonna give him one of your boom things,
One of my speakers.
one of his speakers, so he can hook it up through his phone, so he can hear better, so he's not sitting there, always talking
Thank
over
God.
somebody.
Thank God.
So yeah, we're gonna give him this is Minnesota. He's gonna
Why
give
doesn't
him
he just get a headset?
Well, you know what, dude? I told him, I says, I don't mind fucking sacrificing it to you, but you got to fucking use it every week, and I don't want to hear that it don't fucking work. You know what I mean,
It
Rose?
don't work, man.
Yeah. Because, like, all right, probably with the charger and the cord and shit, it's probably like $70, but I've used it for, what, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good speaker.
No, probably about a year and a half. So.
But hold on, but why doesn't he hear it? Like, why does he need an extra speaker?
It ain't loud enough, but this will be
okay. No, but hold on. How is he accessing this on a laptop or on a regular
phone.
computer?
Just on a phone, through the app.
Oh, he doesn't even have a fucking laptop.
Yeah,
or a computer.
Well, he does, but he don't use it.
Look, it's not your fault he's retarded, okay? Because the fact is he could easily be using a computer and he would have no problems whatsoever. He could adjust the volume appropriately. He could hear things. But he wants to use his fucking phone?
Yeah.
No wonder he doesn't fucking hear. This is the same logic as Bullfrog. Well, I can have a call on speakerphone and you can hear me. But the fact is that the stream doesn't hear you properly and doesn't transmit, and then you can't hear because it's on a little cheap fucking speaker outside of a fucking cell phone. It's not a computer speaker that's got powered, input on its own. That it's not like laptop speakers. Like, what do these fucking retards even expect?
Well,
and then they're like, I can't hear you, but it's not my fault. Yeah, it is, retard. You don't fucking do a show through your fucking phone.
They don't want to invest any money, Dave.
No, but the thing is, though, they already have the tools. What they don't want to do is lift their goddamn fucking fingers. I heard Bullfrog say the other day, I can't remember where or when it was, but it was basically like, I think it was on something on what Ken did, but it was like, oh, I'd rather have somebody make me a salad or something at a store. Like, then I don't have to do it myself. So literally, like, lifting a finger to, like, wash lettuce, dry it up, cut it, add some tomato and, whatever else you want to add to your personal salad. That is so much effort for Bullfrog that he would rather actually go to a store and have somebody make it for him. That is the level of sloth and laziness displayed by Bullfrog and by Redneck. They're both two sides of the same coin.
Well, like I said, I figured, I'd fucking sacrifice the speaker to make it fucking better and help so he can fucking hear and shit.
Dude, if he's using his phone, what does it cost for him to literally just plug in his headset? And then, since you've got a headset, it goes right into the ear. You've got those noise-canceling headsets. And, you can buy a pair for $10, $20. Really, really cheap, actually. And these things, basically, they filter out all other noise. And they they basically sort of vibrate, which is how some hearing aids work. Is like they vibrate in the cartilage and the bone of your ear.
Yeah.
So it transfers to the rest, like through further into your
bone. What is it?
into your head and into the receptors.
Bone
And like
conduction.
even deaf people can pick it up better.
Bone conduction, right?
Into the middle
Exactly,
and
that's
inner
what
ear.
it is. Bone conduction, yes.
Yeah, bone conduction headphones. I heard they were really nice. I heard.
The Cochlear hearing aids utilize that. But the thing is, though, even with just a simple pair of like again these little buds, these earbuds that you can buy for like what, $1 at the dollar store, the ones that just plug into your ear.
Yeah.
They're not fancy and shit. And they plug into your phone, right?
Right.
But he uses that, and he's going to be actually able to hear. But to insult you and the people that watch you by having like playing the call on a fucking speakerphone.
Shit.
Dude, it's an insult to
know.
what you're doing. And then he's making it more difficult, aggravating more people because he doesn't hear, because he's an idiot, doesn't realize that he's not going to hear from a little phone that is putting out, maybe what, 0.4 milliamps?
If
And,
that.
What, you really think that's going to compare to fucking a computer speaker system or even a Bluetooth speaker system?
Yep.
But hey, you plug in a headset and instantly you've got fucking much more noise that you can put up to the volume of so loud that it'll tell you, warning, this might actually cause hearing loss. And because he already has hearing loss, he can, keep doing it and like go to a fucking very loud level and he'll hear just fine.
The Mega Boom.
No, you know what this is? It's laziness. It's sloth.
The Mega Boom will be
sinful.
The Mega Boom will probably be plenty loud for him. Don't you think so, Ro?
It should be.
It should.
But dude, you shouldn't look. You're going above and beyond,
I know.
and you're bending over backwards for this guy because you shouldn't even have to do that. You know what normally happens when you buy a phone? It comes with a fucking headset.
Yeah, usually.
You go to a gas station, you've got those things in the dollar bin, right?
Right.
A cheap impulse buy, a replacement buy there, right at the fucking cashier. There is no excuse whatsoever for him to fucking be doing this and making your show shit when all he had to ever do was just listen. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I understand. I don't have to do it.
He deserves ridicule. He deserves contempt. You guys might not want to give it to him, but I will definitely.
Yeah.
And again, this is the entitled mentality of all sorts of different people. It doesn't matter what age they are, but this entitled mentality that, I'm disabled, but I don't want to admit that I'm disabled, but I expect you to understand that I'm disabled, although I expect you not to say anything about me and my disability, but I want you to bend over backwards to accommodate my disability as long as you don't mention my disability. Is this not true, guys? At least from what you experienced?
Yeah, you're right. If you bring it up, you bring it.
I've experienced this with multiple people with multiple types of disability, and it's not everyone, obviously. Some of them like fuck excuses. I don't care if my legs don't work. I'm gonna fucking work out my upper body and like be able to rip a goat in half. Whatever.
It's interesting because he doesn't like when you bring up his shit. But boy, he sure can bring up your shit and what I do wrong, huh, Silverhole?
Yeah, sure can.
He sure has no problem speaking his mind about that.
See, we got a problem because...
What did he say?
He said in so many choice words that I don't know how to run a show very well. Right,
and he doesn't know how to put up an antenna.
Yeah, see, the part we have is he's our cousin, blood and...
That's the problem, Rose. You fucking kind of let a lot of shit slide with the guy.
Yeah.
That's just the way it rolls, I guess. But it doesn't make it right.
I mean, he wants to be on, his intentions are good, you just... we're trying to, get him better at what he wants to do. So, I don't know.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Whenever he decides to show up. And then I'm going to show him everything about it so he knows everything about it, Rose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, you have to hold people like that accountable because again, this entitlement mentality is like, I don't have to be accountable, but you have to tiptoe around what I like this condition that I'm in and not acknowledge it. So it's just like they're just living a lie. They don't want to admit what's going on with themselves, whether it be, deafness, whether it be slowness of the mind. And they're much more aware of this sort of thing about what they're doing. So he's got to be held accountable for this stuff. And yeah,
well, he will.
That's the thing, though. I think it's
will.
even more important. If he is your family, it's even more important to say, who the fuck do you think you are to treat us like this and to insult our product that we're trying to do? We don't owe you an appearance on our show. We're giving you that opportunity. It's because it's fun and stuff, but we don't owe it because we're blood. And in fact, thankfully, Vikings was telling me that he is not by blood related to Vikings.
No.
It's more by marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, again, the lack of logic that's utilized by Redneck is astounding at some points.
Yeah,
especially because then he laughs. Because every time it's like... like, he's oblivious.
Well, he will be held accountable. He got held accountable last week, that's for sure.
Good.
He was trying that shit again, and it just didn't work.
I remember he was getting snarky on one episode that I was on where I was getting real pissed off at him. He was getting snarky at you. Because you were like, well, Dave's is right, or, like, Redneck, come on, like let people talk, or are you listening? Like, he was, like, then he started getting mad at you.
It's not surprising, like I said, and it's not the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. It's just, you take what you take. Yeah, but he doesn't
get to dictate.
Redneck at his best. No.
Well, at times, but I think that he goes too far sometimes.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm trying to be nice about it, right?
Yeah, you think he would learn slowly.
Well, I just wish he would listen to us.
Listen, motherfucker, listen.
Because it could be a lot better.
No, but here's the thing, though. There's two different things that are happening here. He needs to first hear you. Okay?
Yeah.
And then he needs to listen to you.
Right.
So think about this, for example. Listening means like he's in a conversation with you. And, okay, so he's not hearing very well. He's deaf and stuff. So you say something that he didn't understand. He knows you said something. He sees your lips move. He can hear some sort of humming coming from you, but for whatever reason, he doesn't actually hear, he might hear, okay, but he heard something. Obviously, he heard something, okay? Mind now acknowledges, message has been sent to me. This is where his arrogance comes into play. Well, I didn't understand that. But I don't have to ask for him to repeat himself. He should know already that I didn't hear him. So, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. And if he comes back at me and saying, well, I just told you that, I can just say, well, no, you didn't. You should have understood that I, didn't hear you properly. Or, you know what? I didn't understand that at that point. Rather than actually admitting, no, actually, I totally understand that I was told something. But because I'm so arrogant, I decided to not ask you to clarify or say, hold on, I'm sorry, my hearing is acting up again. Can you just say it a little bit louder, a little bit slower, and let me get a little bit closer to you, maybe just cup my hand around my ear and pay as much attention to you as possible. Look at your lips, maybe look at where your hands are pointing if you're directing me somewhere, and do my utmost best, because the onus is on me, because I'm the minority, I'm the one who's disabled. Maybe I should be the one that does the effort to again acknowledge my limitations and ask for Vikings to repeat himself.
Well, you know what, man? Like I said, he won't have no fucking excuses now. He better
not. Did I
not.
explain things like? Is this something that you've ever experienced? All that?
Yeah.
That I just explained.
Fuck yeah! I know that he can't hear half the shit we're saying to him. You know what I mean? And he can't understand half of it if he can't hear it.
But you do recognize, though, that he's probably nodding and smiling.
Yeah.
Pretending that he does.
Yeah. Yep. I know.
And do you ever call him out when he does that?
Not enough. Not enough. I just kind of, let it roll. Let it roll.
I don't. And I've dealt with people like that in the past. It's just like, but hold on, did you hear what I just said? Yeah. Well, what did I say? You know what? I didn't hear what you say. Well, then why don't you just say that in the first place? I mean, it's just as simple as that. Is it so difficult for you to admit your limitations, or to say, I'm disabled in a certain way. Maybe you could help me out. You know? But the thing is, though, like, this is pride. This is pride. There's been times, for example, and I have a little bit of tinnitus, right? Sometimes, there's been times actually, and it only seems to act up when I, like, drink really hard. But, like, I'm trying to go to bed and it's really acting up. So it's, like, kind of difficult to get to sleep, when you're drunk. Because it's just the ringing is very strong. But, like, most of the time I don't have any problem whatsoever. Like, my hearing's actually a little bit too sensitive. But, I can hear things very well. But, like, the thing is, though, okay, so here's actually something specifically about my hearing is that some low noises I can't hear properly. They're muffled to me, right? So if somebody's voice is too low or somebody's voice is a little too high, I don't obviously I understand that they said something and I might catch a few words, but like I might not fully get it. So I'll be like, I'm sorry. I think I missed that. I don't understand exactly what you said. Or, sometimes I'm saying my tinnitus is acting up. Can you repeat that again? Getting like, oh, he's got tinnitus. Oh, it's infective. Well, no, it's not.
No.
Like, who gives a fuck? So it's just like, oh, I just admitted I've got a physical limitation. But guess what? I'm having respect for the person that I'm speaking to and not expecting them to immediately be a mind reader. So I'm saying, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I missed that. Could you just repeat that a little bit louder? Again, sometimes the fucking place, the bar that you go to is really loud. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Could you just say that a little bit louder? Oh, okay. Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Okay, perfect. Because if I had done that, I would not have enjoyed my fucking order. Okay, let's do this. Is it that hard? Is it that hard to just admit your limitations? I wear glasses, right? I can see without my glasses. But I can't see. It's funny. One of them is nearsighted. One of them's farsighted, and I've got astigmatism in one of them. But the thing is, though, like, I don't have normal vision, but it's good enough that I could basically operate without them, right? But I don't expect people to bend over backwards. If I don't wear glasses and read a menu, it's like, well, waitress, read the menu to me. I'm above this. I don't need to wear glasses. It's my disability, but I don't have to read glasses. It's on you because you're a peasant. I'm special because I have a disability. That's exactly the mentality these people have.
Yeah, we know who else has a mentality like that. We all know who's like that, dude. Come on. Tommy.
Exactly. That's
Just
a
like
great...
that. Just like that,
point.
dude.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, that's just one example of many people that do exactly the same thing. That they take their disability and they claim that it's not something that they use as a crutch, but it's exactly what they're doing. And it's their shield as well to shield them from any sort of criticism. And I'll go even as far as to say people that say they've got ADD or ADHD. I had a boss one time that's like, well, I've got ADHD. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you're a fucking moron who has no fucking self-discipline. Don't give me this fucking, I couldn't do that because I got ADHD. No, you couldn't do it because fucking you didn't have any self-discipline. Everyone always making excuses for shit that's fucking sometimes even made up altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tommy, he's definitely thinks that he's entitled.
Oh, absolutely, he's entitled. Well, his thought pattern, that is.
I don't know that. I don't think that redneck thinks he's completely entitled, but he sure thinks fucking he's something else. But
no, but that's the thing, though. Don't you agree that he thinks that people need to tiptoe around or just totally ignore entirely his deafness and how it affects the conduct of other people around him?
Yeah. Well, and like I say, man, hopefully, I don't think he's gonna show up for a while though, Silver Roll.
Who, Redneck?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna show up for like a couple months.
Oh, you don't think he'll come Sunday or Monday?
No, probably not. Something will happen.
Yeah, he'll drop his hearing aid or something. Or...
His phone will break again. He'll run it over again somehow. I mean, how the fuck do you even do that?
Shit, I haven't even dropped my phone. I've had it for 4 years.
Well, I'm just wondering how how do you not know where it is and you run it over with your truck? Is that weird, Rose, or no?
Yeah, I think it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, I guess.
Not to not know where it is.
That reminds me of Forrest Gump when he's running and that guy's running alongside him. He's like, "Holy shit, man! You just stepped in a big old pile of dog shit." And then fucking Tom Hanks goes, "It happens," and he goes, and then the other guy's like, "What? Sometimes," or something like that, and then he keeps running, like, stupid is what stupid does,
Yeah, I don't know about that whole story, man. It's fucking got holes in it, if you ask me.
Yeah, but there's something more about Redneck. It's not just that he's like this idiot, Like, and look, I understand that he's your family and all that, but like, he's not just dumb, okay? And this isn't just because of the fact that he's deaf and like he's slow and it sort of interferes with things, but he's like ignorant. And then he has the gall to be all fucking uppity when people call him out on that shit. And, I just don't think it's like, who is he? Who is he to get mad when he's fucking wrecking your ship?
Yeah, I think part of it too, though, sometimes I think he fucking realizes it and he thinks he's funny. But I could be wrong, too. Like, he thinks he's funny, fucking trying to fuck shit up.
Yeah, but you've already told him, like, that's not cool sort of thing, so...
Right. No,
so, like, who is he to continue to operate like this? If he wants to have his own show, why doesn't he run his own fucking computer? I mean, just because he doesn't know how to use one doesn't make any excuse. Because, for him, it's the typical fucking... To me, this is a textbook case of what I've seen. These whole couple of rants that I just did, which I'm going to have to clip later because they're fucking great. They fucking hit the nail on the head. They're so fucking spot on because this is a textbook case of narcissism and potentially some sort of psychopathic tendency. But definitely narcissism is involved here, specifically with everything that I've just mentioned. I mean, like, scientists should be gathering to observe this guy in his natural habitat.
Well, hey, we went on his stuff, and then Minnesota was fast forwarding it, playing it, and it was like he was talking normal.
Yeah, at fucking Max.
That's
2
fucking
times.
hilarious. I'm gonna have to hear that.
I forgot about that. That was great. You'll love that, dude. It was almost normal, wasn't it?
Oh
Silver?
my god, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, 20 minutes of him ranting, and we got through it in 8 minutes.
What speed should it be? Okay, so what speed is
max,
like
at max speed?
Max speed.
Yep.
And he'll be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?"
Here, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Hey, guys.
Max speed is 2 times.
Yeah.
According to what I'm seeing. Okay, so now that I know, I'll try that, and we'll see what he actually what he would sound like if he was normal and didn't get run over by a tractor or whatever it was.
Yeah, everyone else is like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Dude, it's like,
"What's up, dude?"
He's like a normal fucking speed. It's weird.
I don't understand why people have so much sympathy for people like Redneck. I really don't. I mean, like, you can have a certain level of sympathy for, people that are limited in their intellectual capacity, like Bullfrog or Keith Rabarber.
Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah. Well, this here, and That there is a roof truss,
How's that?
and it's
Yeah, I can hear that.
making a peak.
That's the 2 times speed.
It's back
I
back
made all
speed,
these
dude.
trusses myself, and ain't the first time or anything doing trusses and all that bullshit.
You know what's hilarious? He still sounds fucking
Yeah.
retarded.
I'm just
Because
Still
there's so
also.
much if you took
more
out the
space.
literally this
Shit.
thing would be like 14
pretty much
seconds
a little
long.
bit bigger in storage wise. Yeah. I got all secured.
Dude, this is
Everything's
not
good to
helping
go.
his case whatsoever.
Now
If this was a
Just
court,
gotta deal with putting up the first truss, which
okay, cut it. Is
all
enough?
the
Enough.
trusses.
No,
Yeah,
this is too
there
much.
was that going on last night too.
Oh, fuck,
It's
weird.
that's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous because that's nothing better. Like it's just a little bit faster of the same old fucking garbage. Like, yeah, funny.
There's no more speed than that, Dave. It's as fast as it can go. So
No. But the thing is, though, you can still hear it because every other word for him is yeah, yes, yeah, like it. Oh my god, dude, like that. That did not help this case whatsoever. If this was a court of law, like that would probably convict him.
It was funny last night though. We were laughing at it.
Shit, even Redneck was laughing at it.
We did.
The guy laughs after everything he says. Is that supposed to be like something special that he laughs?
No. we did it with Bullfrog too.
Well, hey, I don't think we're gonna have to worry like what Minnesota said that he probably doesn't want to come on our show now for 6 months after us belittling him.
Oh, that's the best early Christmas present ever.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna hear from him for a while. I don't think.
Why is he going to be putting up that antenna?
No, he said he already did put one up. He says, "Oh yeah, I need to."
Did he send you another fake photo to prove it?
I don't ask for photos though.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. Come on, man! Like,
Prove
call
it,
him out on
prove
this
it,
shit,
prove
man.
it. Yeah, prove it. He can't prove it. But like I said, I don't even ask for no photo. But he's like, "Oh yeah, I put an antenna up, but I need to get a second one." That's what he claims.
Come on, Ken. It's lies. It's lies, Ken. And yeah, he got called out on the show live, and that was great because then he was forced to admit his lies.
Well, things didn't go very well for him last night, neither did they, Silverhawk?
Well, yeah, I mean, I told him, if don't lie, just tell us the truth on shit, And he's like, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. I did do this.
That's why, like I said, I don't think we're going to see him for a while. I'd be surprised.
Well, yeah, any work, coming over here helping us out, he's the one that basically offered, so it's not like we asked him.
Well, I'm not going to hold my breath because he's not going to be here anytime soon. I don't think, but that's just my opinion. I mean, it don't mean I'm right.
Or he might not even be on the show listening. Oh, hell, in the chat. No, I'm just joking.
No, he ain't been in the chat. He ain't been around. He ain't tried to call. He ain't text me.
Look, you guys are talking about it like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Rejoice.
I'm just saying.
Hallelujah.
I'm just saying that everything, all kinds of point toward that he's probably not going to be around for a while.
Okay, cool. Like, we don't have to, don't dwell on it, man. Like, don't be a Debbie Downer.
No, fuck no.
This is a time for celebration. This is why you have to have that song queued up. Celebration time, come on. Or, alternatively, na 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 na, na 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 na,
Oh,
hey, goodbye. Come on, I thought you had the sound clips all ready to go and stuff.
Yeah,
Always
not
with the
that.
sound-
Show no
Come on, Ken.
We weren't thinking about that one. Celebration time, right,
Yeah, I'm still working on my sound shit. I don't think I'll ever get as good as fucking Ken. He's like fucking on the ball with that shit, man.
Well, you've got also Filthy in the background, and he's got his own soundboard and stuff, so he's playing shit too.
Oh, that's probably why. It's
That's
like,
why it's always like there's always so many, and it's just like constantly back and forth because like both of them are playing it.
like the battling fiddler.
Almost, but like they try to one up each other during like the show and stuff with the sound clips. So sometimes you'll hear like one of them cracking up because of the sound clip that they just played because they were trying to one up the previous one.
That's funny.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think it's working. Hell.
But there'll be times where Ken's like, okay, Filthy, stop with the fucking... Or, no, actually, he'll go like, Mike, stop with the fucking clips. Like, he's just like, totally just, calls him his real name and is just like, look, stop.
Enough is enough.
So, truly a celebration. What a great way to start the weekend almost. It's Thursday. I mean, some people consider it the weekend. But regardless, Redneck...
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
Like I'm
Redneck.
saying, Redneck gone for good. Tune in next week.
It's a mystery. Unsolved mystery will...
That's right. And from that point on, Redneck was never seen again.
He got ran over by his own truck.
You never know. You never know, ladies and gentlemen.
They found the antenna missing from his house. Could he have taken this antenna with him, or was this foul play? If you know anything, call into Unsolved Mysteries.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it's hard to say, ladies.
And then everyone's going to be calling in and be like, fuck him. Fuck Redneck. I'm glad he's dead.
Like you said, celebration time. Celebrate, motherfucker, celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Let's celebrate.
A celebration.
Wonder what the idiots do.
Walk, don't do, fuck Redneck Avenue.
And if you're always dancing. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yeah. You know what's really sad is my mom's birthday was like a couple weeks ago. And my sister's birthday is in the same month as my mom's. And I always get them confused on which is whose. And, yeah, I called my mom the other day on my sister's birthday. And I told my mom happy birthday. And she's like, oh, sweetie, it's not my birthday. It's your sister's.
Oops.
And I'm like, oh, shit, I missed your birthday? God, Mom, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, it's okay, sweetie. I said, no, it's not. I feel like a horrible son. It's like, fuck. I talk about being stupid. I know the dates, but I just gotta get them all fucking mixed up.
I can't help you change the fact that you're a horrible son, but,
She's
there are counseling programs available to you.
Yeah. Mothers against sons. Mothers with sons that forget their birthdays.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, but me, it happens like almost every year. I get them wrong, and it's like, my mom's like, didn't you do this last year? I'm like, I don't know, did I? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, well, fuck it. Crazy.
At least you remembered something.
Well, the clock is right, 2 times of the day, right?
Not if it's digital.
True. True.
A digital. A digital, motherfucker. A digital. So has it been hotter than shit up there in Canada?
No, it's just been warmer than usual.
A heat wave?
No, it's definitely not a heat wave.
It's what did you say it's here, about 80?
70 or 80, something like that.
It's warmer than it is here.
We had a little cool front for a while though.
Yeah, it looked like the next part of the next 5 days it's supposed to cool down.
Oh yeah.
Well, as long as we don't get no fucking snow, that'd be kind of shit.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I think it was in April where Newfoundland got snow, and they're facing that hurricane now. I think it's Hurricane Harry. How it bounced off Florida and then went north, and it's basically again off the coast of Nova Scotia. So yeah, there's going to be some sort of cold weather there soon.
Yeah, that's probably what's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's probably coming down from Canada here.
It's gonna hit us, ain't it?
Well, that's when it usually gets really cold here during the winter. It's the the Canadian winds are blowing down into the United States, and it's just like oh yeah, straight line cold winds. It's gonna be fucking 57 below out today.
Yeah, you guys get hit hard where you are.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, it comes from fucking Canada. A lot of it.
That's why
the Great Lakes though do protect some areas, from the cold.
Yeah, they get more snow than they get that snow off of the Great Lakes.
In some areas, yes, but it's funny though because Buffalo gets killed, but like Niagara Falls does not, and it's really fairly close,
Yeah.
New York.
But Toronto doesn't get hit hard, but like places further to the east and south of Toronto, again, do get hit hard. And it's not that far away, so.
Yeah, it's like, what would you say the record cold's been here? It's been over 100 below.
Wow.
Something like that. I know with the wind chill. The wind chill was over that.
I mean, most winters you can just take a cup of warm water, throw it in the air, and it turns into mist.
Yeah, it's not that abnormal to get fucking 30, 40 below, 50 below wind chill. It happens every year pretty much, don't it?
Yeah, it's like in a great while you get the ones that are, 80, 85 to 100.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you're sitting out there shoveling the fucking driveway and shit, and the wind's blowing 20 miles an hour. It's 85 below out. And people are like, oh, God, it's 62 degrees down here in Florida. Oh, okay, well, try living up in Minnesota, where you take a piss and it turns into icicle.
Yeah, it gets fucking cold here, man.
I think because it's so flat here. The winds just blow right through.
That could be.
But it gets cold in Canada, too.
Well, yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I'd say Canada gets colder than Minnesota for sure. I mean, they're closer to
I don't know. You guys get really cold. You guys do get really, really cold.
I would say the weather ain't that much different. You
Depends on what.
You guys are kind of our neighbors.
Yeah, but it depends on where. Some places are much warmer in the winter than fucking Minnesota. Some places are colder.
Yeah.
Some places are the same.
Yeah, I would say the majority of Canada ain't that much different. Right? Like it's just like...
No, because it is. It is. Because BC, for example, during the winter, they get rain. They hardly ever get snow. Snow is like the biggest deal ever. It's like in Texas where like a little bit of snow falls and like people are getting into like deadly accidents and like schools canceled and the National Guard's called in. Like literally like a centimeter of fucking snow. Yeah, people like just cancel the fucking school down in Texas.
Yeah, we need like around a foot for them to start closing schools, or if it's ice underneath the snow.
We need more than a foot, I believe, but still.
Yeah.
So you have areas like Texas and shit. So you guys are kind of like the United States.
No, not Texas. I'm saying like the mentality. Like BC again, hardly ever sees snow, just like Texas. But when they do, they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
But we have places where literally it's exactly like Quebec. I would say is probably much closer to Minnesota than Ontario, unless it's more in the north. because Quebec gets fucking battered by the winds, the Arctic winds, massive amounts of snow and shit. And it's just like a regular piece of life. Like people just fucking, oh, it's like, 3 feet of snow outside. Okay. Just a typical day.
Calgary's like that too, ain't it?
I don't know. It's not that much the snow there that it is the cold and the wind, because it's much more dry. So there's much less precipitation, and you don't get the snow that you would see in Quebec or Ontario, some parts of Manitoba, or maybe in Northwest Territories, Yukon, Quebec, and even on the East Coast. But like that's more dry stuff. So yeah, you get snow, but nothing close to what we get. It's just stupid, crazy cold and wind. Because again, that's a lot of prairie, so it's flat, and that's where it's just open to the fucking north. So that wind from the northwest is just rolling in.
Well, I know the Farmer's Almanac says that we're supposed to be really cold this year. So.
Yeah, looks like we're going into I've been saying this for a couple of years now, and the evidence does seem to point this way, but it does look like we're going back into an ice age. It could be a mini ice age, it could be a full-out ice age, but yeah, we're looking at temperatures getting a lot colder. Although they said, oh, global warming, now they changed to like, oh, climate change. No, we know what's going on. We've known for quite some time. They can claim otherwise, but, they've been proven to basically be speaking lies.
Yeah, I'm always like, shit, if we ran out of gas, what would we do? You know what I mean? It's like, I'd start using wood off my fence.
But that's the thing, though. That's what they want you to think. That's what's called false scarcity.
Yep.
If they make you think that something is limited, it's going to go up in price due to supply and demand. That's just basic economics. Now, if anyone doesn't understand this, you know what? I'm not going to go as far as say kill yourself, but stop voting, listen to me, and pay me money because I'm just so much smarter and better than you are. But regardless, the fact is that where was I going with this? I don't remember. Something. What were you saying? I got caught up on my my spiel, my supervillain spiel.
I don't know. I forget.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Silver Roll distracted me.
Sorry for a fart.
Yeah, I remember now.
Sorry, Dave.
No. I was just listening to the stream just to remember. Okay, so the whole thing about oil is that the Earth is basically it produces oil on its own. It's called abiotic. So if you really want to break down of this science, the sun is constantly emitting these cosmic rays. Now, when they interact with the Earth's core and the material inside it, a sort of fusion begins to form. And new material becomes formed, including oil. So oil doesn't have a limit on this planet, right? The supplies that, and this has already been proven, supplies that have been depleted in the past are magically now starting to produce oil again. The fact is that...
Magically?
Well, no, not magically. That's what people are thinking. Or at least the mainstream, science is like, oh, well... We have no understanding about this. They do. In the 1950s, the Soviet Union proved this with their scientists that oil, petroleum oil in the earth is abiotic, which means that the earth produces it on its own. Right. So there's no limit to the oil. So if people were to know that, oil would be cheap as fucking water. Then there'd be so much fucking of it available that people could get around. There'd be no restrictions on movement and stuff. And then be incentive to actually develop an even more efficient engine to utilize this stuff where, again, it pollutes even less. Because now you're not being pressured on the price of the oil being limited. Now it's like, well, it's like water. We can fucking use as much as we want of it. So... why don't we make it fucking efficient? We don't want to, now that it's not going to cost us anything to fill these vehicles, we just have to do maintenance. Well, let's reduce that price. Let's make it even possible so that it's polluting less, it's fucking using less, it's fucking being more efficient. Boom. This is how actual innovation works.
Right. Yeah, oh, fucking gas and shit. It ain't even that. It's like barely over $2 here.
No, but in some other places it's fucking super expensive. Like in Europe, for example, why do you think they have such small vehicles? It's not just because their streets are very small and narrow because they've got a lot of old architecture and stuff. It's because, A, they have no oil production of their own, either there or offshore or even in some colonies that they might have had before. And to import it, it costs a lot of money. So they're going to want to try to make that as efficient as possible. And that includes just making like little shitty small cars like the Mini, for example.
Yeah.
Or the Vauxhall. Or there's some Renaults and stuff. Like, people think that, the Americans have a love affair with cars. And to a certain extent, I would agree. But it also represents America in the sense of freedom to be able to go wherever you want. And the car culture, I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. But when you sort of impose these sorts of environmental limits to, again, because it's fake. We know it's fucking fake. They're just making money off this stuff. With electric cars, for example, the amount of fucking heavy metals and rare earth minerals that they need to create the batteries for this stuff leaves the environment scarred and fucking highly toxic and polluted. And you know where most of these fucking places are? In China. And we know already they don't care about their people or their environment. So they're extra fucking greedy to fucking take as much minerals from the earth, basically poisoning their own fucking country and stuff. But America's and Canada and the rest of the world, the West, is supposed to stop consuming gas or start to impose all these taxes when China's the biggest polluter on the fucking planet. And they're the ones that are polluting to supposedly create technologies that are non-polluting. But it's more, again, think of it this way. People never think about this. An electric car, right? It's got to generate the energy. It's got to recharge itself ever so often. Well, it's got to plug into a grid. Okay, well, where do you think that energy is going to come from? Solar power? There's not enough solar power. It's not efficient enough to power a solar electric vehicle. So what are you getting? You're getting electricity that's produced predominantly by nuclear power, which is dangerous and has its problems. It is one of the more efficient types of energy generation right now, but even still, it's fucking problematic and it's fucking dangerous. And other than that, you've got natural gas or fucking coal-powered plants. So you're using the power that you fucking, I'm not talking about you guys, but like these environmentalists are using the power generated by the technology that they hate to power the technology that they love.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is they're, using coal, they have the coal generators that, they boil water, kind of like the nuclear power plants, boils water, and they use steam turbines.
Yep.
So, I mean,
most power is generated by steam turbines. It's just, it depends on what's powering that. Is it coal? Is it, nuclear? Is it fucking natural gas? But yeah, it's always turbines with steam.
Yep. So, I mean, in a sense, you think we're still kind of like using technology from the 30s, hell, back from, when the trains ran on steam back in the 1840s, 60s.
1830s, I would think.
Yeah, when they're laying the track across, and yeah, so shit.
The 1830s.
You figure they'd have some new technology, that they'd be able to. It must be good enough for them right now.
Well, Tesla had technology that they confiscated, but that would have allowed for the transmission of electricity for free through the air.
Yeah. True. Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, he had a spot down in Colorado. He had one of his towers down in God, I forgot what city in Colorado. But he would be doing experiments down there. he set light bulbs out so far away from where his tower was, and then when he generate the electromagnetic whatever thing he had,
Yep. They pick up the power.
it picked power up and light them up, and the higher voltage he had, the further the lights would light up.
Yep.
And it was pretty interesting, and I mean, he had so many good inventions that never even got out yet, that I think, like, would totally help out the whole world. But they don't want to release them because a lot of people would lose a lot of money, like the oil industry and the gas and, all that, You know what I mean?
You know what I mean.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've studied a lot of that. The Tesla technologies, which are technologies that apparently were just rediscovered. This is, apparently this is how a lot of the ancients were able to do their thing, and things that we're only rediscovering now, supposedly, or at least officially. Vibration and sound being able to cause levitation in devices, or basically negate mass and essentially cause it to float. Transmission of energy through the air, all this stuff, cars that run on water. I mean, this technology has been around for a long time, but, those that benefit from keeping it private are going to keep fighting to keep it private.
So that levitility that you're talking about, do you believe that's how the pyramids were made?
Yes, I do believe that the acoustic mass canceling device were used for the movement of the blocks, not just in the pyramids, but in countless structures throughout the world, and even things like Stonehenge, for example, is an example of large rocks being transported over large distances and being essentially put into position in such a manner that the technology of that day would not have allowed it. So yeah, that's definitely something that I do believe, and we've seen examples even in Tibet where there are stories where monks were chanting at certain vibrational levels, and this was allowing for, again, the same sort of event to occur, a large mass being reduced in weight and then moved around while it was levitating.
Huh. I wonder how many monks they had doing that. Probably a whole bunch.
I don't remember exactly the number, but it was more than two.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of them and stuff.
They're probably doing their
yeah, something like that. But
cool.
It's already proven now with mainstream science that that sound waves do allow for you to manipulate gravity.
So you think you can also use the sound waves, like what you're talking about, to heat up stones? Because over in Peru.
Yes.
They have them walls that look like they're granite, and they're like smushed together in different patterns.
I'm trying to remember the exact term. It could be polymorphic, but essentially what you're saying is exactly that. And I'm not sure if it's necessarily acoustical power that allowed that to happen. It may have been another technology altogether. I'm kind of thinking that may be the case, because some of the carvings show like, the god supposedly with flamethrowers, on rocks. So wow. I don't know whether or not an actual flame was used or if it was a heat ray or something. But yes, these rocks do appear that they were molded into position as opposed to actually being carved out. So they were essentially manipulated and shaped to fit perfectly into a place, because they were not plastic, and there's a word in there that reminds me of what these things are called, but it's very similar to that.
Yeah, see, them walls are interesting to me because that's what it looks like they turned it into putty, and then they formed little blocks, and then they're all different angles, and and it's like there's no way you could cut it because a razor blade can't even fit into the joints of these things. I mean, they're totally perfect.
Exactly. There's no way, and we can't reproduce that now. People will claim that we can, but we can't. We can't place them in the position so perfectly. And it's not just Peru that has them. It's all over the Americas. It's all over Europe and Asia. A lot of places have that exact type of structure.
So going back to the pyramids, do you think the pyramids were some like a Tesla type thing where they distributed energy into the atmosphere, or what do you believe?
Go ahead.
What do you believe the pyramids were made for?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. They do a lot of different things, even in their current state. And this is obviously not their original state. It's broken. There's things that are missing. So we're not getting exactly what would have been given in the past. We know that anyone who sleeps either in the pyramid or around the pyramid does feel a change in energy. This is documented. It does appear that it does sit on a massive ley line nexus. And this also is sort of acknowledged by ancient cultures and stuff, these dragon lines or ley lines that cross the world that are basically lines of energy, like veins of the planet. And when they cross together, that's a nexus. So when they, when more than one join on one spot, a lot of the times, actually in most cases, you find ancient structures built right over those spots, right over the nexus.
I wonder how they figured that out.
Combination of energy.
I wonder how they figured that out. They could just sense the power, or,
Well, it's probably because there was ancient cultures that were existing prior to that already had this knowledge.
That's destroyed now. We don't know anything about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, though, the pyramids do appear to be, my belief or estimation is that Egypt, or really old Egypt, is just a remnant of refugees from the
Atlantean
cataclysm that was Atlantis.
Yep.
So they established themselves there in Egypt. Seems probably prior to the last major cataclysm, which was 12,500 years ago, so 14,500 BC. Graham Hancock talks about this, as does Randall Carlson. But it seems that the structures were set up, in my opinion, just prior to the event. And they were sort of encoded in a way that they sort of say, okay, this was built at this time. So as to know, like, oh, okay, people in the future can calculate that back by its alignment to the stars and say, okay, now I know when it was built. But, it does appear that, at least from some of the wear on the Sphinx, that it was around at least during the last cataclysm. There was massive amounts of rain that would have degraded it to its current state.
Yeah.
Eventually, the area became desert. The sand covered it up and sort of protected it from any further erosion. But when you take a look at what I can't remember his name is, Koch. He's a geologist who proved that the weathering on the Sphinx was caused due to heavy rains and not due to sand, essentially proving that this thing is older than the 4,000 years that they say is its age.
Yep. Do you know, I'm trying to remember that one, is it Aristotle that in one of his writings said that he seen Atlantis and it had the rings around it with water.
No Greek philosopher ever did see Atlantis, but it may have been Aristotle. But this story was originally told by Solon, who I believe was an uncle of Aristotle. No, or maybe it was Socrates, I believe.
Yeah, I know it was one of them famous.
No, I think it was Socrates. One sec.
Socrates.
Just coughing my lungs out.
That's all good.
It's good for
But
him.
basically, it was no, it was Plato. It was Plato that talked about it. So Plato's uncle, I believe. I just want to be absolutely sure.
I know it's one of them famous guys.
Whatever. He's a relative of him. He's an ancestor of him. And this guy went to Egypt, and he's like, "Oh, Greek culture is so great." And the Egyptian priests there were like, "You Greeks are just children in the face of history because you have no idea about what came before." And then they revealed the whole story of Atlantis to him. Told him about like how it was, the main city, not the island, but the main city had a group of concentric circles that formed around it. And that it was this great empire that eventually sunk due to their hubris and their insult of the gods and so forth. So Solon took this story back to Greece, and eventually, Plato talked about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's like, do you believe that the Egyptians you believe that the pyramids were around way before the Egyptians were even there? So it was, because I heard story before that, the Atlantis got destroyed, and then some man with blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever, came into Egypt and was showing them the technology they had to levitate blocks and stuff like that, and that's how they were.
That was probably Thoth. Thoth is I can't remember which god he is in the Sumerian lines, but it does appear that Enki, who's part of the Sumerian belief. And I believe it's possibly Enki who was Thoth, came to Egypt after the cataclysm where it was flooded, and started to raise the land out of the water so as to create solid places for humans to inhabit. And then from there, he started to instill this information onto mankind and so forth. So it's kind of like Prometheus, where Prometheus gave mankind the knowledge of how to make fire.
And they're giants, right? Prometheus?
Well, again, Prometheus is from Greek myth, and he was a god. I mean, gods could do whatever they wanted. They could inhabit any sort of body and appear in any sort of way.
Yeah, interesting. You know what really interesting too with the pyramids is them little square openings they have that go all the way through the pyramid, and there's like them stones that are like closing them off. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they have that little robot?
With
and they're going up.
They're not air chamber. They're not air. I can't remember what term that they use, but they're not for air. They do represent some sort of purpose, because they wouldn't have put them in there if there wasn't a purpose. And they did send a robot a couple of times through one of these shafts, and they ended up cutting through one of these doors, which strangely, when they first filmed it, had a couple of what appeared to be handles coming off it, which actually looked more like leads of a battery, and they had corrosion on them too. And they weren't there the second time when they fucking actually drilled into that wall. So it's clear that they went in there again, they took that stuff out. But they drill through the wall, and what do they find? Another fucking closing. It's clear that there's more stuff in there. They did this experiment where they use these detectors to see if... Okay, so basically here's the thing. You've got these things called muons and other cosmic particles, right? And they're somewhat rare because they don't usually come into our atmosphere. But when they do, you can detect them miles and miles down underneath the Earth. So if you put a detector in the middle of something like the pyramid, where, again, a normal radar is not going to break through, these detectors will see muons, and that's just one particle, but they'll be able to sort of formulate like a radar of the inside of any sort of structure like the pyramids. And using that technology, they figured out that there's some sort of they call it an anomaly. They don't know what it is, but there's something in the pyramid that they haven't found. So, like it's possibly another room, another chamber. It looks large, really large, and they've detected more than one. And one of the smaller one, from what I've seen, seems to correlate with the possibility that originally the pyramid had sort of an entrance, an official sort of entrance. So like there was a door that actually like was made of rock and stuff, but it was designed in such a way that you could literally use a finger to move it and it would open the door. You know, it would just slide right open.
Yeah.
And then basically you would go into a bigger chamber, and from there you'd be able to get into the pyramid, you know, through whatever passages and stuff that were there.
Yeah, that's interesting. I just couldn't figure out how they could make them, you know, them little tunnels. I mean, when they must have been making them layer by layer, and
that's exactly it.
It's just crazy.
This stuff was pre-planned from the get-go. This wasn't dug out afterwards. This was stuff. It was so engineered, so excellently engineered and executed that literally everything in there had its own purpose. So these shafts and stuff that were designed in there that might go to a dead end or something, everything had its purpose.
Yeah, that's
and
why
it was laid down originally like that.
Yeah.
Because that's how you know it had purpose, because it was laid there first. It wasn't like, oh, let's carve this out later because, oh, you know, of some mystical belief in this and that.
Yeah, because I know the opening that they open in the front of the pyramid, they have like big grooves in the sides of the walls that go up an angle, and they said that there's some kind of machinery that they think that used to be there, you know, that ain't there anymore, and you know they're.
There's something was there, because that looks like that's the official entrance.
Yeah, there's something there that, you know, and when you said leads to like a car battery, you know, that's kind of interesting, because there's theories that they had that it used to be a big, huge generator, like a conductor, where they had certain fluids.
Some sort of machine. Yeah, and the use of water apparently was prevalent, and some sort of reaction, potentially some sort of primitive nuclear reaction may have been occurring, or maybe it was a reaction based on hydrogen and the separation of oxygen from water, and having the excess hydrogen function as a fuel. I can't remember there's a book that I've seen around, and I've seen a lot of documentaries about it, but it's like called the Pyramid Generator or something like that. Like it's a fairly popular theory.
See, I heard another theory too, that all the pyramids that are all around the world are put there in specific spots to level out the earth, wobble or something like that. I mean, it's like a weird theory I heard too, where, you know, the weight on certain areas keep it from wobbling.
I don't agree with that, because there's so many are in ruins that we'd be wobbling off course and stuff. But that goes back to what I was saying in regards to they're all placed on these nexuses, all these very important points. So, you know, there's no mistake as to why they are where they are.
Yeah, and what are way lines and I know nexuses, you said that they connect, you know, way lines, but I mean, is that just the energy of the earth?
Okay, so Wikipedia says there are lines that crisscross the globe, like longitude and latitude lines that are dotted with monuments, natural landforms, and carry along with them rivers and supernatural energy. You're gonna have to look it up. I don't know how better to explain. I think I explained it as best as I could. I mean, like, there are veins of energy that the Earth has.
It almost sounds like,
I'm surprised you don't know this concept.
Well, it sounds like, how they say, if you have limestone, water, it basically attracts paranormal activity. The energy. I mean, it almost sounds like the ley lines. Where they said water occurs, rivers, and limestone. I mean, I'm thinking almost like it's the natural Earth's energy that is ran. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's pretty interesting.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I'm gonna have a lot of questions when I die when I ask God, about certain things. About what the hell is this,
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
All right. Well, while Dave's taking a break, I'm here now, finally.
Oh, hey, what's up there, Dr. Earl Brown?
Oh, man, at the last minute, I had to go get a couple of things right at the last minute there. So I was pretty upset about that earlier, but, you got to keep the house fed and everything else there. So what's going on, guys? How's everything going there?
Going pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dr. Earl Brown and Real as Fuck TV.
Yeah, I was listening to earlier on about Dave's issues with Redneck and Bullfrog there, and all the things that he was describing, and you remember that one episode where me and Pro V was trying to convince Redneck to get a hearing aid, take a speech therapist or something like that. Do you remember how upset he was getting, such and such?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looked kind of the way he wants to hold that on so people so he can gain some sort of sympathy from the people out there. So he can doesn't have to answer back to all the why it takes him about 20 hours for him to get one word out, let alone that annoying little laugh he does.
20 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has he repeated that same laugh, over and over and over and over and over? And Redneck, if you're listening, we're not dogging you, but these things need to be pointed out.
I am.
Yep, you have. I heard you loud and clear on the way to the market there.
Hey, Redneck.
It made a lot of sense. Yep. Ah, shit. And of course, see what you think of this, guys. I was thinking about, why Bullfrog labels himself as the greatest entertainer on YouTube, and I was wondering, Dave, what is your idea? Tommy's had this issue. I've had this issue years before until he wised up and shit. Why do you think people with autism have a hard time dealing with any amount of criticism, whether it's constructive or disruptive?
I really have no idea whatsoever.
Because I was reading it.
Maybe because they're coddled and people try to protect them because, you've got autism. So therefore they're never forced to make those tough decisions or be put into a position where they actually have to face a reality that doesn't coddle them and pat them on their head and tell them that they're special. That's the only thing I can think of in that regard.
And I'm thinking that's probably in the case with Tommy, because remember, he was adopted. And I think possibly his adoptive parents probably gave him a lot of things that he wanted, to make him feel part of the family, air quotes. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, when you do that kind of shit, they're going to expect it all throughout their lives. And when they're on their own, they find out that they're not getting all the things they wanted. They're going to throw a fit, blow a gasket, or blow a fuse, you name it.
Yep.
And we're seeing those reactions right now when he appears on Monetize This, Foul Mouse Network, or any other program, And with all the dissing that people have been doing to him, it's kind of like amounting more and more either, to the point where he's going to probably snap.
I talked about this the other day, and I can't remember whose show it was on. After all, I'm always chasing that clout. I'm always going for those people who have less viewers and subscribers than me or Joe Cronin, because that's what it means to chase clout, right? Go for people who have no viewers whatsoever. All these fucking faggots. But regardless. What was I saying? Chasing clout, Dr. Earl. What were you saying, Dr. Earl?
Well, it was about Tommy, and being in the position where he can't tell which is a
Yeah.
criticism.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So Tommy, obviously he got very upset about me talking about his friend Hamza and insinuating that he was a terrorist when everyone knew it was a fucking joke, and saw through my fucking through my photoshopping and stuff. But Tommy basically he has this entitled mentality, and he was calling me up like constantly, just basically to bitch on Ken, to bitch on Joe, to bitch on just anything.
Anybody.
And at one point I got so fucking fed up. I'm like, Tommy, I'm not your personal fucking psychiatrist. I'm not your fucking nurse. Stop calling me and expecting me to just be this open ear to listen to you bitch about things that aren't, first of all, none of my problem, but more so stuff that you could fix yourself if you just talk to them and stuff. So I had to put him in his place, and that it happened several times where I said, Tommy, I'm not, I told you, don't fucking expect me to give you this emotional counseling and stuff, because I told you that's not me. That's not, don't expect me to do that.
I know. I mean, I think that's the problem is, I learned my lesson many times before when I was living on my own. I was struggling way back when I was living in Richmond, Michigan for those 7 years there. And all that shit there I went through really taught me a lot about you can't always get what you want. You can't always expect things. You can expect some things, but it's going to not be as much as you want it to be. So that taught me a lot, So I got my justice deserves handed to me, because back then I used to be sensitive. I used to be this and that, and being on my own taught me a big lesson there. So I needed it. Plus, being within this community also taught me as well that you can't take things always for seriously, because when you do that, you're going to get yourself deeper in the hole.
So true.
Yeah. And I think it's the same. And I'm thinking Bullfrog, in Bullfrog's case, he probably was criticized a lot in the area that he grew up in. And so he probably figures, from now on, I want to hear good things about me, not how much I won't listen, how arrogant I am. I want to hear that I'm so great. I'm the baddest rapper. I'm the greatest rap song. He mentioned that one time on Ken's program. You're like, come on, he doesn't even rap for shit.
Well, they have, positive thinking, right? You think I can do this. I know I can. I'm the greatest. Yeah. If you believe it enough, maybe you can change, and you can, not be the greatest, but you can make shit better than it was.
Make efforts.
So basically, that's what I believe with him, is he was picked on a lot when he was a kid, and that, and he went through some counseling and got some, affirmative counseling with, that let him know, the glass ain't half empty all the time. It can be half full, even though, a lot of people, they're like, it's half empty, it's half full. I'm a half full type of guy, and there's a lot of people that are half empty, so.
Me, I'm a full, I try to keep the glass full at all times,
Because because it's like the whole thing is, I mean, shit, I'm going through just as much bad shit.
Between half full and delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that the way that he was.
People tell him to stop harassing, and he just doesn't stop.
I know, that's true. I mean, I showed Ken all those little messages he left me on Skype saying, come on this show, want to do a show together on your channel, want to come on my show, constantly call me in the middle of the night and such, It's like the Filthy Mouth Gamer said it best. He is thirsty for attention. And I'm thinking possibly he probably didn't get a lot of attention either as a kid because of his mental condition.
He did actually say a story the other day that I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was he was biking or something. He was out. People made fun of him. And from that point on, he just started to play video games and he didn't want to interact with other people.
Yeah, hide away from the world, which is a dumb thing you could do, because when you get back out in the world at a certain age, you're going to be like, holy shit, how do I interact?
No, but he has no right to fucking criticize other people with these baseless statements, and then go so far as to act indignant when people say stop fucking pushing your gay shit on us, when we're not fucking interested in that. We're just talking about other stuff. Keep pushing that shit, and we don't care. It's fucking gross, and like you don't know what fucking personal boundaries are and shit.
And plus, you also got to remember that kind of demeans the gay and lesbian, the gay LGBTQ community when you think about it, because I
couldn't care less if they're demeaned or not, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. But
hey,
you see the point.
Did you hear? Did you hear him shitting on Ken? Bullfrog was over on Nicky Nine's Confessions the other day.
No, I didn't.
He's got to up his game.
Yeah, Ken needs to up his fucking game. He was saying, "Oh dude, man, what the fuck?"
Now, does Ken know about this or not yet?
I don't know.
He does. Guys, stop this fucking SC Steve bullshit of fucking speculation. You got to know about this. And Ken was on earlier today. I was on that call. It was a YR show, and even Ken brought that up. He said, "Yeah, YR." Bullfrog said this the other day about me stepping up my game, and everyone laughed, and we all fucking discussed it and stuff, and we all agreed that it was fucking just ridiculous. But like, yeah, absolutely, he heard it.
That's good. I didn't know if he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bullfrog telling Ken that he needs to step his game up. Come on, man.
And plus,
that's rich.
I laughed when I heard him say that, and he was serious about it too.
I know, but then again, he's also serious about claiming to be the greatest entertainer. It's like, come on.
And
I don't consider, like I said this many times before. I said this on JB's Patreon show in front of Bullfrog's face, or through the air, basically. Just because sitting on your couch, you're looking at the camera like a total dumbass, picking his nose, wiping over his shirt or on the wall behind him, does not make him the greatest entertainer.
Well, in his head, he believes he is.
Dude, there's really nothing that even makes him a mediocre entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, first of all, the show is so pathetically put together. It's exactly like Wire used to do it. And he would get pissed off when I would rightfully criticize the fact that you're trying to run a show off a phone. Okay? It's just as pathetic as fucking Redneck thinking that he could, listen on a fucking phone. So, no, like, running the phone thing is fucking sad. The fact that he's got a working computer, that all he literally has to do is sit through a fucking 5-minute video, pause it whenever he needs to fucking figure out how to use OBS, and he still hasn't chosen, to do so, further proves what I'm fucking saying about the lack of quality, and that there's no chance that he's even mediocre. He's fucking piss poor. He can't even hear his own fucking guests. He fucking talks over people, and you say one thing and he comes with something totally different.
I know.
Well, we tried to help him last night. He did the Bullfrog experience over here last night.
Yeah, Murray, I heard about
that. Show?
So at least he can fucking have a taste of what it's like to be on some better shit.
Yeah.
Trying to help him out, Dave, but I don't know.
You can't help that. I don't think.
Dude, I tried to help him out. He fucking scoffed at the idea of paying me, but then thought it would be okay to go pay fucking Best Buy or fucking Nerd Squad or whatever, Geek Squad, to fucking to teach him this stuff. Which again, I don't. Honestly, I worked in IT for 17 years, and I'll keep fucking saying this until I fucking die, because that's the truth, and I don't care who gets mad about it. But I never experienced people that worked with fucking Geek Squad teaching people how to use something like OBS. Yeah, okay, basic fucking computer use, and they fucking rip you off with their fucking hourly pricing and stuff, but, like, you're expecting someone to fucking... Imagine this. Hey, Geek Squad, can you get one of your guys to just teach me how to use this program? And, like, they look at their staff. It's like, nobody's ever used that program before. Okay, so, Johnny there, go ahead and take 10 hours and learn how the program works. And because we're charging billable hours here, we're going to charge how much it took for you to learn this stuff. We're going to obviously add a premium because now we're offering the service. So now, Mr. Bullfrog, we're going to send this guy over, and the price is going to be literally 10 times what Dave Rose wanted. But, hey, man, if you feel better that you've got some guy in a fucking in a clown suit come into your house, you know, his vehicle looks like a cop car. Ooh, the Geek Squad. and you think that that's going to give you what you need? I mean, the arrogance, the ignorance.
Well, he won't spend the money, so.
Oh.
Maybe he's Jewish because he's so cheap.
But he'll get a fucking family meal pizza deal for $45.
Dude, he already admitted he eats 4 pizzas a week, man.
I don't get
4
it.
pizzas a fucking week.
Junk food.
Dude, he gets family meals.
No, but the thing is, though, he's looking at sometimes $30 a pop every time he orders. Because sometimes he'll order way more. Because, you know, he's lazy, he doesn't want to cook, so he'll buy food that will last him the entire night.
Yeah.
Or into the next day. Because he
he's-
doesn't want to cook. Think about that. I'm so lazy that I'm going to order, say, a large pizza. Okay, so that's going to feed me maybe half of the pizza through the night, right? And then I've got another half for the next day. And then I've got wings for lunch that day or dinner that day. And then I've got a sub sandwich for the day after that.
Not with
But it's
Bullfrog.
just like, but what I'm saying is that that's how he does it. Like, he plans it out in that way where he buys multiple stuff at once so that he doesn't have to actually force himself to make real food.
Yeah. He likes the process. He'd rather not make a ravioli, but eat it from the Chef Boyardee can.
Dude, I said this earlier on the show, is that he is so fucking slothful and lazy that he would rather have someone make his own fucking salad. Because,
they're making it for you. I don't even have to lift a finger. I can just sit in my own fucking stew in my own grease and just let them just feed it right into my mouth.
And let's not forget that one time Shannon, Ken's wife, was like, you know, asking him who does what. If he brings some other gay dude with him, he'd rather have the gay dude him rather than him doing the gay dude.
So he could just lay there like a fat sloth and get fucked,
Yep,
right?
correct. Absolutely.
Oh.
He doesn't want to put in no effort.
That's disgusting, man.
But that goes on with the point we're all trying to make here. He's lazy. He doesn't want to do things for himself. He'd rather have things done for him.
What about the ski slope?
Yes, he does want things done for him.
Yeah.
The ski slope bed is fucking funny to me too. It's like a fucking yeah. It's a balloon that's popped on one side.
Oh shit!
He deflated half of it.
Yep. No surprise.
You never saw that, Brown?
No, I didn't. The only thing I remember seeing was what it was inside of his so-called apartment. It was in his so-called fridge, and him trying to fuck a handicap sign, let alone his lamppost.
His light?
Yeah.
When he's trying to rape his light?
You know, trying to, I guess. Walks out the bathroom, humps his little lamppost there, and sits back on the couch.
Poor
and
light.
He aims the camera directly so we all can see it. Like, we really need to see that bullshit. Come on.
You hear Dave back? Dave.
Yes, I hear him.
Yeah, Batman, you'll never catch me, the Penguin. Yeah.
I'm surprised. Oh, he must have been.
I'm the greatest supervillain ever. Yeah.
He must have been at his brother's too long tonight.
Oh, that's right. I think he does Thursday nights at his brother's house. It's the only time he gets to see his daughter, niece, and
fantasize about her
for something.
Well, last week he got his fucking dryer handle broken. His dryer door.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
No.
His brother broke his shit.
I
he got
remember that.
mad. Yeah. Is anyone surprised that somebody got mad at fucking Bullfrog?
No.
Hey, I know somebody else that broke their dryer.
Who?
I can't. Is it okay if I say?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Tommy?
I can't say.
It was me. Whatever.
You?
So what, you were copying him then, or what? You're like, I'm gonna do that
like
too.
fucking 40 years ago.
Yeah, this was like back when he was like 15.
This was like 400 years ago.
Then who cares if it was dude, come on. Dude, you never experienced that when you were like fucking young, like 15 years old, and like you don't even know your own strength, and like you open something and you literally break it, and it's like, I didn't expect that to happen.
No, he did not.
Like that happened to me all the time as like when I was fucking going through puberty. It was like fucking, you know, I used a little too much force there. Like, you know, doors, you know, like going through like, I don't know, revolving doors or something. You know how sometimes you can collapse the door if you put too much effort?
Yeah.
Or a regular door, like you'll take it off the hinges. Like that's happened to me. And like I didn't even intend it. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna open this door. And like you got no knowledge of your fucking strength.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength. That's what Bullwinkle the Moose used to say.
Bullfrog the Moose? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
That was quite the homosexual comment there, Dr. Earl.
I know. Don't even put that thought in my head.
It's a good thing that fucking Bullfrog wasn't here. He'd pick up on that.
You'll probably, I'll bet you right now, in a few minutes, you'll probably be listen to us coming back from his bro's place, call us up and start bitching and complaining, start fronting. Oh, by the way, you remember, did you tell Dave about the two things that was sent to me on Twitter that I showed you on your text there?
No, we ain't talked about that yet.
Oh, yeah, we got to about his saying I did a video talking about while I was at my nephew's place there, you know, replying to what Keith Barber's saying that Republicans saying I was irrelevant since I left Metal Maniacs. But yet, here's the thing, you know, and of course Keith Barber is going to agree along with Wire as always, because of him being the Sith apprentice that he is, and of course Bullfrog as well. You know, because of course Bullfrog is going to disagree with anything Dr. Earl says, because Dr. Earl, according to him, set him up when he brought in Ken for that one Sunday evening show. Give me a break.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm irrelevant. Well, if what's relevant out there means something, then maybe I'll get into some of that.
Yeah, hey, I subscribed to Stranglebean.
Ah, nice. Good to let him know.
Strokelbean.
Yeah.
Stranglebean.
Stranglebean, yeah.
Yeah, his name's really hard.
Yeah, well, somewhat, but I think it's important that Earl learn how to say his co-host name properly.
Yeah, Arcanolia Strokelbean, yes.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah,
because you were calling him Arcnola Strokelbean for a while.
I know. So, remember, I've always had that issue since growing up. It's like
don't be a Tommy. Don't be a Tommy.
I know. I'm trying to learn all these words here all at once, you know.
Yeah, he could have just called himself Ted or something. I mean, you know, why did he have to make such a long name anyways, you know?
Yeah.
Ted.
But then again,
plus, what the fuck is an Arcnolia Strokelbean anyways?
I don't know, probably a name that he came up with, you know, since so many other people with this community have little nicknames of their own, like Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, but dude, Mellow Yellow and Arcnolia Strokelbean is the difference between like a breath of fresh air and trying to breathe in the middle of Beijing with like all the pollution. Like the difference is night and day. Like Arcnolia, okay, so that's Arcnolia, that's 4 syllables.
Yeah.
Strokelbean, okay? 7 syllables in total, okay? I mean, Devious Dave Rose. That's 5. That's a lot, but that's still fucking... It rolls off the tongue a lot better than fucking Arcnolia Strokelbean. This is not shit on Arcnolia, but it's like... I understand where you're coming from, too, because the name is literally a fucking mouthful. And, like, if you're trying to speak quick, you can kind of stumble over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a long fucking name.
It is a name, yes.
I can't say nothing. I think I have like 9 in mine.
You could call him Ark for short, but
yeah. Also, Vikings fan, like that's what I call Vikings. But like, I mean, you can call them Vikings, but like Minnesota Vikings fan, that's way too long, dude.
Well, it's just MN. That's all.
Yeah, but even still, like, what are people supposed to say? MN Vikings fan? Are they just supposed to say Vikings? Are they supposed to say fan?
Vikings fan is good.
It's a fucking mouthful, man. At least people can call me Rose, and it's just like, yeah, that's cool. I know who you're talking to, and it's fucking quick, and...
Yeah, I guess Vikings fan...
YR is fairly simple to say.
Vikings fan don't roll off as good as Dr. Brown, but...
Yeah. Or I think that's about 3 syllables, if I'm correct. Just
They're
those
both,
words, right?
They're both 3 syllables.
Ah, nice.
Dr. Brown, Vikings fan.
Nice. There we go.
Minnesota Silver Roll Hunter.
That's
Just
a
call
short-
me Silver Roll.
That's a short one.
I know.
It's a
I think
short
that's
one,
about
man.
9 or 10, if I'm correct.
No, I did that because I had, my one channel, and, I wanted people to know I was from Minnesota, and I went silver roll hunting. That's
Yeah, what, the accent wasn't enough?
Yeah. Hey,
You know, I'm not Canadian.
Hey, hoser.
Welcome to Fargo.
Well,
Hey, welcome to Fargo. You like some lutefisk, huh?
So what did Bullfrog say to you, Brown?
I remember in the text, he said this. Let me get it right here. Where we get the text message that I'll read you the text message that I sent you over there. Okay. He said this. Right here, where the fuck it is? Here it is.
Where the fuck it is?
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
What
It
the fuck
says.
the point is, Vince?
Who the fuck is it?
I know. We've been asking that question for a long time now. So, Dr. Earl, I want to touch your hair, eat your long hair, sexy bastard, froggy ass. I want to smell Dr. Earl's hair.
He
And
actually said that?
Yeah, apparently it was said it was deleted. This was sent to be by Costanza. And he also put it out before that. Dr. Earl can kiss my ass, making a video about my sexuality. Fuck you, Earl, long hair bitch.
And it's funny how he keeps saying, I'm bi. It's like, no, dude, no woman would touch you. I mean, even Monica, I think, said that the other day on her show. It's like, no woman would touch you, Bullfrog.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Let alone any dudes out there.
I like how he
that's
likes
the thing, though.
your hair, bro.
Gay guys are much more desperate, and their standards are very, very low because they are sort of degenerate and are willing to take whatever they can get.
Yeah.
And,
Which brings up to the predator stigma that I talked about.
Well, considering 60% are responsible for all cases of child abuse and pedophilia, I kind of think there might be something there. I don't know.
Yeah, like there was this. I was mentioning this case. I think I mentioned this before. If I'm not, I gotta mention this now. Back around '86, I forgot the name of the guy who did this, but he done this to this 6-year-old boy named Sean Moore somewhere in Michigan. I don't know if it was Warren or Centerline or whichever it was, but apparently the adult had these urges here to rape some kid out there, and he's in prison now for it. Rape him and kill him, to keep him quiet. And when that news broke out, a lot of parents out there, a lot of Christian advocates who were like condemning the gay community because they figure it doesn't matter if it's old or young or middle age or young age. If it has a pecker between its legs, they'll go after it.
Damn.
Yeah. And plus the situation with the Jenny Jones murder case in '95. Remember that whole scenario there?
Yeah, the gay guy that was hitting on the straight guy.
Scott. Yeah, then apparently the gay guy would not take no for an answer. And the only way the straight guy can settle it was by shooting the gay guy twice in the chest, killing him.
Yeah, that's one example of basically people who are just total degenerates that push their sexuality onto the other people.
Yeah.
And then people question, well, how could this have happened? It's like
James Charles, the YouTube beauty influencer. He was called out by a former friend of his, for hitting up on all these straight dudes out there and not taking no for an answer neither.
Yeah, but you're so intolerant for speaking out about this.
Yeah.
And again, the thing is though, gay people are a minority. They're not like 50% of the people as the media wants to try to portray them. They literally are like probably 2 to 5% at most, and the chances are it's much closer to 2.
Yeah.
And transsexuals are even smaller part of the population.
Oh,
so
yeah.
why are all these laws being changed and everything's being flipped on its head for these people who 50 years ago, you know, would be scared to fucking even reveal their degeneracy because people would actually shame them or fucking do something worse
Or
because they
beat
didn't
'em
want
up.
the fucking society fucking destroyed by degeneracy, as we're seeing now, where they're literally telling fucking 5-year-olds or younger that they can change their gender. Yeah, go ahead, take puberty blockers and stuff. It doesn't matter what damage it does to you in the future. Right now is what matters. Your feelings right now.
That's a great point there you're making there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never fucking be compelled to think that that's normal, and nobody's ever gonna fucking convince me to say otherwise. Nothing will. No law, no fucking, nobody can shame me. People could think, oh, Dave Rose, oh, you're homophobic. Okay, that's what you want to think that I am? That's fine. You're not gonna change my fucking opinions, because I'm not a coward. And certainly, I'm not as weak-minded as these people who try to use a mob mentality to try to bully people and compel them to think or just say something to appease the mob. I'm not going to appease the mob.
To appeal to them.
I'll fucking take the whole mob on.
Yeah. Good, and
I've done that in the past. I've done that in the past. Again, people like to laugh at my analogy about the assault fish. Because, again, blunt impact is the leading cause of death in America through homicide. And whether it be a fist, a hammer, or even a goddamn fish. Anything is an assault weapon if it's used in an assault. That's logical. Liberals don't understand this, though. So, again, Joe Cronin, no knowledge on firearms whatsoever. Leah, even less. Still seems to think that, oh, well, I can dictate to others because that's an assault rifle. You have no idea about what... Joe at one point compared an AK-47 to an AR-15. And Archnolia Strokelbeam was on that call, and he kept repeating to them. Those are two different platforms entirely. You can't even compare them. But because they're, you know, because the AK-47 is supposedly this deadly weapon, and then the AR-15 is black. Oh, scary. So scary. So they must be the same. They must be machine guns, even though they're not.
Yeah.
It's just the fucking ignorance. And then these people think that they can demand laws and they can dictate terms of those laws. I'm sorry, but no. I don't think so. And if you're going to also be ignorant about the law, then you should have to pass a civics course to prove that you are a viable voting citizen. Because if you're so ignorant about politics, like Bullfrog, I don't care if he is going to vote for Trump, who I support. He shouldn't be voting. Joe Cronin shouldn't be voting. I've said this publicly as well. Joe Cronin should not be voting. He also shouldn't be speaking about politics because he doesn't know about politics at all.
And that's why he brought you back on Monetize This. Because you do a better job than he does.
I don't know about that. I mean, probably brought me back on for multiple reasons, but I mean, he doesn't like me calling him out. I don't think he likes me calling him out on his ignorance on politics, or, you know, expecting him to sort of answer for what he says. Yeah. But I'm going to do it anyways to anybody because this is an important issue, and until some American shows me that they have as much knowledge on American politics as I do, and the equal amount of knowledge on Canadian politics as I do, shut the fuck up. Simple. I'll bend the knee to anyone who's smarter than me, no problem. But I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for that American who's going to be like, not only do I know all American politics, but I even fucking bothered to learn Canadian politics, and here's why. Absolutely, I'll be like, you're the king, baby. Hail to the king. But come on, man. And like, I know you guys are laughing because you realize what I'm saying, but it's just like, who else has fucking displayed the amount of knowledge that they have on a political system and on a country that they don't even belong or you know, like live in, but they're so affected by because of the economic dependence on America that they need to know this stuff. Which is always like people shit on me like, well, who are you to talk about American politics? Like, what the fuck do you care about American politics? I always say the same thing, and the same is a common thing in Canada. If America gets a cold, if America sneezes, Canada catches a cold. We're so dependent on the American, exporting goods to America and stuff, that any sort of little tremor in the American economic system is going to be an earthquake for us. That's why I'm very invested in American politics.
Well, you got England, Canada, and the U.S. that basically since
Asia.
World War One, have been together. They've been fighting the Germans, World War One, World War Two, and then over in Iraq, Afghanistan, they basically started. I mean, I see Canada. I mean, I don't know if this would make you upset, Dave, but I see Canada as one with the United States. I mean, they're like our brothers.
Yeah, the cultures are very similar, and despite Canadians trying to pretend that it's not, it is much closer together, and the influence that American culture has had on us, for example, is also very evident, so nobody can really say anything to the contrary.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think we follow each other around, is because we have a mutual respect for each other,
Yeah.
So...
Oh my God! I think it's Costanza. He tweeted something out. This picture of green frog with one of those goofy eyes and saying, "You're on the Bullfrog Show for special needs people." And on the bottom left has a little girl saying, "I can count to potato."
It should say, "I can count to blue."
Fuck moron.
My favorite number is blue.
My favorite color is 7.
It's funny how he thinks that intro was, something that was praising him when in fact it was more an insult. But
yep.
He didn't really get it.
No, like he doesn't get anything else.
What was that?
Including food.
What was that other message you sent you, Brown?
No, I read both of them. It was just those two. That's about it. Him going after me because of that video where I spoke about his sexuality, and the other one saying, he wants to play with my hair.
That's fucked
So
up.
you wouldn't let him braid your hair up for you?
No, hell no.
Damn.
If he cannot get up from the couch to take a dump, then what makes him think he's going to braid anybody's hair?
Well, I suppose, you wouldn't want him touching you. He probably hasn't washed his hands for a week.
Yeah, probably has his finger up his ass. That's the only poontang he's able to get.
And he won't show off his dildo because it's probably all full of poop.
No, but his dildo is a tree stump.
Oh.
A tree stump.
Tree stump.
What the fuck, Dr. Brown?
Oh, shit. He walks and it's like...
Yep, that's why he walks the way he walks.
He uses a tree stump.
Ribbit.
I was hoping to do it if he was going to be on tonight, to do the same thing Casey and Alex were doing on Ken's show a couple weeks back, which was either muting him and taking him off the call. Just to fuck with him.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's doing tonight.
Yeah, who cares as long as he's not here.
He's probably listening. Fucking.
And I'll bet you right now he'll probably cut a few promos on this show later on tonight when he gets on the air.
These sons of bitches, fuck them! Moms, do your fucking job! Motherfucker!
Well,
All right.
I did see he's got a thumbnail up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is he going live?
He's supposed to.
Yeah, I think I saw that earlier today.
Oh, he sent me a message. I'm going live shortly.
When did he send you that?
When was this? 8:55. Oh, so that's like 20 some minutes ago, I guess.
I see.
He knows how to hit the live button. That's funny.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, Bullfrog, he said some fucked up shit, huh, Brown?
Yeah, I did. I know he is. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Waiting for Bullfrog show later on tonight at 8:02 p.m. It's already past that.
You're late, Bullfrog.
Yep, as always.
I don't even see that he's going to be going live.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
And
I saw
saw
it.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now, and I can.
Like I said, he probably can't figure out how to get the go live button on his OBS.
Ribbit.
Probably
Oh,
forgot.
Ribbit. Oh, Ribbit. Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Yeah. Gosh, I want to take him off the call so much, you know. I just want to fuck with him that way. So that way, just hearing him blow his damn gasket would be a joy to hear, like he did on Junebug show that one night. Dude, Junebug, if you're listening, dude, you got to put that whole show back up there. That whole show all together was classic.
Fuck yeah. It was hysterical.
Oh my gosh. I'm losing my shit thinking about that now.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to take off, okay, guys?
Fuck yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, now. You're going to be listening tomorrow night to me, Arcnolia's program on Plan 9 for Outer Space.
Yeah, I was listening to your Star Trek one the other day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was a good show. We're going to be continuing that on the next Wednesday there because he has a lot more episodes to get into there. And there's a couple. I think there are a couple of things we want to discuss, including the longevity of the offshoots, the movies, and everything else there.
I used to be a Trekker, or a Trekkie, whatever you want to call them. So.
Yeah. My best friend in Romeo, Michigan, still a Trekkie to this day there. Shout out to him. So anyways, I'll see you guys later the next time. You know, guys, have a good one.
Yeah, you too, Dr. Brown.
All right, bye-bye, dude.
Yeah, bye.
All right.
Yeah, everyone check out Dr. Brown's show and Agnolia Strokelbean on their metal. Do they call it Metal Maniacs anymore?
No, it's called, I'm calling it Arcnolia and the Doctor.
Okay.
And right now we're doing a lot of series. It's like TV memories, music memories, you know, movies so bad they're good. That's tomorrow would be the episode 1 of that series there.
Okay, yeah, so if you guys ain't subscribed to him, go over there, subscribe to Dr. Brown, and go on Agnolia Strokelbean's site and sub him. Agnolia.
Arcnolia.
Yeah,
Arcnolia. Yeah.
So, I just thought I'd throw that out there for you, buddy.
All right. See you dudes later. Bye-bye.
See you later.
All right. The great Dr. Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I don't know. Fuck it. I think we're going to bounce Rose.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
No worries. Thanks for having my call.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Rose.
All right, Dave.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Soon.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
The great Dave Rose, ladies and gentlemen, on Real as Fuck TV, episode fucking 115.
And I'm sure everyone knows his site. Go over Devious Dave Rose.
Devious Dave Rose.
And you know, sub to him. He's a good guy.
Yep. So we want to thank the great Dr. Brown for being on, the great Dave Rose for being on, of course the great Minnesota Silver Roll Hunter,
yo,
and of course me, M.M. Vikings fan. I guess that's all we have for the show, right? Not a huge crew.
Well, yeah, people aren't getting our notifications going live. Go to the notification bell and press the notification bell, so then you'll get us when we go live.
Make sure it's on all instead of on occasionally, because it might be on occasionally, which is the middle one. You want it to be on the top one. So, because YouTube, I know they've been fucking with that shit sometimes. They change it. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Episode 115 in the books. Pretty painless, peaceful episode. No big wars tonight. Maybe we'll have another Bullfrog experience on here sometimes. What up, Six? Hope you guys enjoyed the Bullfrog experience last night. There was some funny shit in there, I thought. Didn't you think so, Silver?
Yeah, I thought so too. Yep.
But we're getting out of here, guys. We'll see you next week unless we have a little pop-up something or something happens. So look for the thumbnail if something goes on.
The short version for all you whiners.
Better than a